Remember I told you that. When you become loyal to a flaw, it starts to become a problem. You know, and at that point, it's a stupid thing to do. You know what I mean? It serves you no purpose in the journey you set out to or whatever you was loyal to and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's like so many different variables. But for the cause, shit, I was in it wholeheartedly until and I'm still in it wholeheartedly. I'm still holding the flag up. It never stopped for me and things like that. You know what I mean? I had a little touchy situation and shit like that, but there was a time where we always loyal to what we needed to be loyal to, and it worked because everybody got to leave out with something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was the most dopest part as I look back. We all got to leave out and be our own man on our own accord with our own successes and make our own money and don't have to need from nobody else and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The interview you did with Flex a couple years ago.
All right.
You know, I'm like super surgical with anything that I look at. And you said things took a turn when Dame named Cam vice president of Rockefeller without consulting
For them.
partners. Yeah, for him.
For that whole little rock, remember, I'm not part of Rockefeller. I was a diplomat wholeheartedly. I wasn't signed to them with nothing. I signed to
Why Jim you always speaking on
that was just me.
Right.
I was my own entity.
All the time you
I was a
speaking.
quote unquote so-called.
But he's meant to be couple.
But I didn't have any paperwork. And at that
Couple don't
point, I
speak
didn't-
on shit.
I wasn't, it just, you know. You would think certain people would take care of you better as a partner than the way you got treated.
Yeah. How much does that shit hurt you still to this day?
I don't care about it.
That nigga
If I was
cares.
down, maybe I might be swinging in the air like
That nigga
you got and shit like that. You heard? But yeah, man, shit, like life happens and shit like that. I mean, like,
I'm gonna keep pressing you on this because I know that cancer intuition that you got. Like, I knew you caught on at some point before anybody told you anything, and I just want to know like that story.
I caught on before we was even famous. I mean, I'm great at characteristics. I'm a very spiritual person, and I know who's who. And you give me enough time, and you understand exactly who you are. You already, I gotta understand exactly how I need to use you in my life, or I don't need to be next to you. And at that point in my life, there was only two decisions. It was either go to the street or play your position. Yeah, nigga, you a boss and you help put everything together. This whole shit started in my grandmother's house. Mace, Cam, bloodshed, all that shit started out of my grandmother's house. Everybody got signed living with me in my grandmother's house, with me, not with them.
These men have known each other for more than 2 decades.
Everything started from right
Known each other for time.
And moving forward and shit like that, I had a decision to make over childish things that I seen people be doing childish things and shit like that. And I was like, well, if this is what you want, if you feel this is going to be your way out of this hell we living in, which was Harlem, you did, at the time, out of the hood, out of the projects, shut the fuck up and do your job as a complete soldier and make sure nothing happened on your watch, and that's all you could do. And can't nobody hold nothing against you for that. And that's what I tried to do.
Right, Doc.
And
Like you seen like shit before it happens, what you tell, like everything.
Play your role out
started
there.
with Mace, he didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to
I watched Mace shit on Cam and everybody around him.
And they shut on camera.
A bitch like all the time.
A man said this on TV.
I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man. You heard? Cam and Mace were so-called best friends, grew up together in RP Honey. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say, is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mace? Like, how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling
You know what
Cam,
this
so I
is,
definitely didn't like him.
Jim Jones
You
just
did?
got come
And
on
I
there.
seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was
You just probably wanted that to be reciprocated.
him with your friendship and shit like that, like being overprotective, make sure nothing happened. Like he was trying his best to make sure that Mace stayed as safe as possible, but Mace had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind as he's supposed to. Man, he grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having first been success out of all of us are really
why would
why
Jim Jones saying all of this?
Like,
why would you say
shit like that? Shit, I had my times where I went crazy with that day, just be too much.
Yeah.
You did, but the people I love, I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I consider to be the ones that's what helped me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cameron and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mace together having their own show,
how do you
how
know?
that should make you feel when you see them come together?
Man, shit, I seen crazy shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that.
Man's really just jealous.
To get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of the shit on, you heard? They don't talk about the things that separated them and shit like that. So, it's funny. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on? I hope they make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you've seen Mace through the Cam that was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas can even get back cool after some shit like that?
I won't say nothing crazy, but I say some funny shit that I seen happen. I seen Mace fire his brother, came out the limo in the middle of the highway and shit like that. Hurt his old brother. That nigga.
That's how you find
He coming back off the road for I think a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get off the plane. And Mace got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport, skirt the car dealer bring that shit outside the airport, 2-door drink, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga's
see what I'm saying, yeah.
Right, joking and shit like that.
I don't really fuck with it.
Joking and shit, but I said,
chat on Mason, Cause the man made it first.
Get the fuck out of here.
Probably violated in the 90s. It was like,
this nigga don't care about
gritty, like
nothing. Word up. Nah, then he had
still, he made it, Cam made it, Jimmy made it. Bro, you're a millionaire now. What are you complaining about?
Cam started doing the hype man for him, and then we started doing some talk.
He really got it.
He had to dance and now come out. So now he got his hype both of them. Nigga had us doing dance moves, like coordinated dance moves on the speaker and shit like that. I never forget this shit, like matching outfits, coordinated dance moves, like what a show. Well, Cam was all that shit, like, we ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck everybody there. Chill one of these niggas. That was the last time we seen them until it is what it is, you know?
Give me the Cam right now. He just did the interview with him.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems in Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to the show.
I need to be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo.
No,
I got a lot of them niggas in their life. You heard?
Man went to chill with the and he's hurt today that he's not involved.
Though, get off my dick.
Man went to chill with the when it was cracking.
Come on, man. Tugging on my
and
shit.
now he's bitching saying he's not involved.
Whoa, clear this shit up. We never hear your side of the story. Cam's like, oh, we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with
That
him.
nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. Like, let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier, because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard? I had the soldiers, nigga. Nigga didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what the
You
fuck
feel
I
strongly
gotta do
about
for this shit?
I mean,
maybe come with ways, you know.
It's not been in my memory. Like, yo, that was the last show, but it was just the way, the sequence of the way things was going. And it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about everybody else, because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. It was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now, because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of this shit, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though, when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro. Like, you know,
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them. You're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Cause
I had Ballin', I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time. When Ballin' spanked out with shit like that. When Cam did the shit with calling the station up over the cop shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't, like, you don't press no real buttons, and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga.
Now you're saying
you do some weak shit like that really didn't hold no merit.
Jim's weird.
Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with him served you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. It was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how else to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because we were sizzling, but this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got the city and the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I'm trying to...
Why don't you pack your own thing up? 50 was always there. He wasn't always there.
We had all the power and shit like that. My mind...
Took him a while to get there. Why don't you turn your thing up? Why you trying to like...
You heard? And it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what though?
So you never understood why he started beef with them?
Because they were beefing you, dog.
I didn't understand that.
He's acting like he wasn't part of the beef.
The nigga said, oh,
that's how man's moving.
And all that type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard, like, really hit me. I was on fire at that time. You care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid dough. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I don't like how this shit is going. I gotta start really doing shit that's gonna benefit me, because niggas will see me, they won't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
And I need to win. I have a winning spirit.
So
I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump over in this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still gotta know, like, how did that work? You performing, like,
they called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah, I got the hottest record, I'm popping out. And I wish nigga would look at me sideways, think they gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. They'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's front shit.
I'm hearing that.
I was in there, I go, a pirate, what's up? What's up? That's how I was. You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for what I need out this shit.
right?
Is that crowd to hit me do balling and let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so it wasn't no deep thought, like, this is like, nigga, it's an opportunity, I gotta go.
Yeah, I wasn't going here to do nothing genuine at all. Them niggas couldn't even dress. But he had a platform for me to perform in front of thousands of people in New York. I'll tell you that. I'm popping out.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about not knowing how to dress, a nigga named Lil Yachty.
He said a lot,
Let's start talking crazy. I gotta pull this clip up.
Not right. Like
He said the New York
goes. I mean, I don't think there's shit going on when it comes to like New York fashion. So like
New York fashion, like
really, as far as like y'all like purple label, purple and like a Mary.
I saw it. Like, yeah, I didn't call my phone after that. Like, yo, bro, I don't know what I was thinking. People took that shit way wrong. Like I was like, that shit don't really mean nothing.
You know the name of his podcast, where you got that from, right?
You?
Absolutely. What's your thoughts though when you think people think New York City fashion fell off? Like,
It can never fall off. We create the aesthetic for what everybody's wearing still to this day. Shit, in the past 20 years, me and Kanye created two aesthetics that can't be taken away. We either dressing like him, or you kind of dressing like me?
Yeah.
You kind of mixing the two together. And you know what I mean? And Kanye even started dipping on my side of the field, because he started with backpacking and polo and Tom Ford and all that, and then he started going into ripped up hoodies and dark clothes and all that type of shit. That's all representation of this rock star lifestyle, baby. Like you did, like, that's that grunge look. Like, and that's what I specialize in. That's what I brought to the table. I always liked the way that white boy was dressed when I was coming up. Pause, ayo, like, like Eddie Bauer, all that type of shit. You still,
Eddie Bauer,
like it just was a different flex we was looking for coming up and shit like that. I never really.
Watch out for part 2 coming soon, though.
Everybody else got. Sometimes.